Do you know the one word that can turn a simple traffic stop into a full car search right now? That word is yes, and most drivers say it before they even think. One nervous answer can stretch your stop, open your car, and wreck your whole night. Before I reveal the exact phrases, hit subscribe and like this video so you can find it fast when you actually need it. Subscribe right now because what you say in the next 60 seconds of a stop can decide everything that happens next. If you drive, this matters to you more than you think. A traffic stop feels small until it suddenly is not. You think it is about a taillight. Then you are answering weird questions. Then the officer is asking where you are coming from, who you are with, and whether there is anything illegal in the car. Then comes the request to search. Then comes the dog. Then comes the handcuffs. Here's the reality. Most of that chain starts because you talked too much, moved too fast, or gave permission without knowing it. In this video, you're going to learn 10 traffic stop secrets every driver should know. You're going to learn the safest first words, the one sentence that blocks consent searches, and the question that helps end a stop, and the huge mistake people make when an officer says, "Step out of the car." Let me show you exactly what protects you. Now here's why you need this before your next drive, not after. When those lights hit your mirror, your brain goes into panic mode. You want to be nice, you want to explain, you want to make the officer like you. That instinct gets people in trouble every day. Most drivers try to talk their way out of the stop. They guess why they were pulled over. They admit speeding. They say sure when asked to search. They keep chatting after the ticket is done because the officer sounds friendly. Here's the reality. A calm stop can turn into an investigation in under 10 seconds. I've analyzed over 200 body cam videos, and the pattern is always the same. The driver gives away the opening. Once you know these secrets, you stop helping the case against you. You start protecting your time, your rights, and your future. The first secret is this. You win the first 30 seconds by slowing everything down. Your job is not to impress the officer. Your job is to look safe, sound clear, and give only what the law actually requires. As soon as you pull over, put your hands where they can be seen. At night, turn on your dome light if you can. Keep your hands on the wheel. If your documents are not already in reach, do not dig around like you're hiding something. You wait and you narrate your movement before you make it. Here is exactly what you say. "Officer, my hands are on the wheel. My license is in my wallet and my registration is in the glove box. Is it okay if I reach for them now?" Word for word. Say it calm. Say it slow. Then stop talking. That line works because you're giving the officer what they need without giving extra information. You look calm. You look respectful. You look predictable. That lowers tension fast. Former police officers have confirmed this works because sudden movement is one of the biggest things that makes a stop go bad. Now comes the question that traps almost everyone. Do you know why I stopped you? That sounds harmless. It is not harmless. It is fishing for a confession. If you say, "Yeah, I was speeding," you just gave them a clean admission. If you say, "I only had 2 beers," you just opened a much bigger door. You do not need to lie. You do not need to argue. You do not need to explain. You look at the officer and say this. "Officer, I'd rather not answer questions." Those exact words. Memorize that line. Bad way. Most drivers say, "I know, I was going a little fast." Then they just helped prove the stop. Good way. Smart drivers say, "Officer, I'd rather not answer questions." Then there is no free confession on camera. Defense attorneys use this exact line in court because it cuts off the easiest evidence the officer can get from you, which is your own mouth. This is 100% legal. You still hand over your license, registration, and insurance. You still follow lawful orders. You just stop volunteering statements that can be used later. Secret number 2 is knowing the difference between identifying yourself and telling your life story. In most places, if you are the driver, you need to give your license and basic required documents. That does not mean you have to answer every question about where you were, where you're going, or whether you have cash, or whether anyone else has been in your car. This comes straight from Supreme Court rulings. In Hebel, the court basically said a state can require your name during a valid stop. It did not say you have to become your own witness and build the whole case for them. Watch what happens when you use this right. The stop stays about the stop. It does not turn into a free interview. If the officer asks, "Where are you coming from?" you can say, "I'd rather not answer questions." If the officer asks, "Have you had anything to drink?" you can say, "I'd rather not answer questions." Keep your tone even. Keep your body still. Keep your answers short. Without this tactic, you talk because you feel awkward. Then you forget what you said. Then your words sound inconsistent. Then small talk becomes suspicion. With this tactic, you stay boring. And boring is good for you in a traffic stop. Have you ever been asked, "Do you know why I stopped you?" Drop a comment below and tell me if you knew that was a confession trap. The next secret is the biggest one. Never give consent to search your car. I do not care how casual the request sounds. I do not care if the officer says, "You don't mind if I take a quick look, right?" I do not care if they smile. Most people have no idea that one polite yes can destroy the strongest protection they had. If you give consent, you hand over control. And once that happens, it gets much harder to challenge what they find later. Here's exactly what you say. Officer, I do not consent to any searches. Word for word. Memorize that line, then be quiet. That sentence matters because consent changes everything. If you say yes, the search is allowed. If you say no, the officer needs some other legal reason to search. Maybe they have one, maybe they do not. But you never help them create it. Legal experts agree this is your strongest protection during a normal stop. Bad way. Most drivers say, sure, I've got nothing to hide. Then the whole car gets opened up. Good way. Smart drivers say, officer, I do not consent to any searches. Then the officer has to stand on legal grounds.